All right, so yesterday when I was in the airport, I recorded a video talking about my expectations and things I was curious about and wondering about. So today I've now been here for 24 hours, and as you can see, it's sunny and beautiful. It was 38 degrees Celsius, over 100 degrees here today. But it really is amazing. You know, I remember everybody always bantering about, oh, it's a dry heat when they came and visited, and I always figured, yeah, 100 is 100. It doesn't matter, you know, what you're talking about. That's all ridiculous. But it doesn't feel like 100 degrees. I mean, it's definitely hot. I'm not going to go run a marathon, and it would kill me if I went and hiked. But no, it's not that bad compared to when we were up at 30 for 2 days, the sum of our Copenhagen summer, and absolutely melting. But that's one of the things. So there have been a few things. Sorry, there's a dog here. So, there have been a few things right off the bat that have been really interesting. So I landed. And of course, I really wanted to go and get some Mexican food first off, because that's one of the things that, you know, just about anybody that's from the Southwest, one of the first things that they miss is Mexican food. And you just can't really get good Mexican food, especially with the American Southwest Mexican take on it, outside of the U.S. in this area, and Mexico, of course. But we made our first stop at Walmart because I needed some toiletries. And holy shit, Walmart is huge. I've gotten so used to over the last 2 years shopping in little Nettos and Danish markets that you know, you're lucky if they have one type of olives or if they have one type of whatever it is. And the produce aisle is literally 2 aisles, and I think there's more cereal than the entire produce aisle in the market that I'm used to. So and of course back in Denmark there are some big markets out in the suburbs, like a Big Bilka or one of those, but those are the size as your typical Walmart in the city here, and you know, that's just something I don't know, like I remembered it and I knew it, but it still shocked me when I got back. And we were walking around with my brother David, and there were some apples. And these apples were so ridiculously shiny. Like I had to go touch them and play with them a little bit, which I'm sure everybody else appreciated. But they were the shiniest green apples I felt like I've ever seen. And you know, of course, you wax the produce, and it's like the nicest produce you can possibly get. And Denmark has really nice produce, but it's really high quality produce and kind of borderline organic. Versus these apples were ridiculous. But so that's, you know, that's kind of the embodiment of the American food as well, I guess. But walking around, I've got to say again, I mean, I was just, it really shouldn't have shocked me, but amazed at how big the Walmart supercenters were. And it's not like I've been gone that long, but it puts it all into perspective. So that was kind of one good culture shock moment. And then as we're leaving, the amount of banter, and you know, I talked about it a little bit before, but I know I'm coming across off like as rude, because I'm just kind of, I'll nod or I'll smile or whatever it is, and we're leaving, and the girl checking receipts is you know, standing there wanting to talk. Oh, I see you brought me some fried chicken, and oh, you brought me some Gatorade, because I was drinking a Gatorade ST or whatever it was, and you know, like that type of banter, just nonstop, constantly, everywhere we went. Then we were looking for cell phone SIM cards, and walk in, and you know, every one of the sales guys comes up. Hey, my name is da da. What's your name? Where are you from? Da 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 da. How can I help you? What can I do for you? Oh, here's the information. And you know, and they're like cell phone sales on commission, right? So they're taking it even to the next level. But I can feel in myself, I'm just kind of like, oh, whoa, almost a little bit of that Danish. It must be how the Danes feel when I go up and I'm talking to them, or like foreigners are coming up and talking to them, and it's like, who is this person and why do they want to talk to me so much? So I mean, it really is nice. I'm starting to kind of get back a little bit of my banter now, and you know, socialize a little bit more, and be a little bit more proactive in it. But it is being tired on top of it all. It makes me less talkative, so I'm like completely in the opposite direction of where I should be. So those were a couple ones. What else? Got in the car and totally forgot about watching out for any piece of metal. So managed to scorch my back briefly. I don't think it's actually a burn or anything like that, but it definitely kind of sat down, and the metal seatbelt buckle touched the back of my back where my shirt pulled up a little bit, and whew, if that didn't, if I wasn't awake already, that definitely did it. So, and you'll see people from time to time wearing oven mittens, or the famous video every year is that the news will cook cookies or fry an egg on the pavement or something like that, and so that when it comes to the car, they just turn into these little saunas. So that's definitely been an interesting one. Another one is, of course, Central Air. And I don't know if anybody's seen Dogma, but there's a scene in the movie Dogma where the guy gets out of hell, and then he comes up and he walks into this house, and he walks up to a vent, and he's just like, oh, Central Air. And in Phoenix, the way it works is typically everything's wired up, and you set your inner thermometer at 70, 75 or 80 degrees, and then it doesn't matter. It stays at that year round. Heat goes up, whatever it is. And of course, all I have back home in Copenhagen is the radiator that you're constantly manually adjusting back and forth. So having the Central Air, especially when it's this hot, is absolutely amazing. And then one of the other things, I guess, is in bedrooms. A lot of the times, at least, it's very common within the Valley and Arizona, West Coast in particular, that you have two things in a lot of bedrooms. You have carpet in the bedrooms, even if the rest of the house is tile or things like that, and that's amazing. Like, it's just so nice getting out of bed in the morning or whatever it is, or just relaxing or doing exercises on the carpet floor, and it's big old thick shag carpet. I didn't actually realize that this was a fairly distinctly American thing until I was having a conversation with some coworkers and some friends back in Denmark. And I was literally having to pull up photos, and we were having a discussion about it because of the matting and the thick carpet on top of it. But it's not like old 70s thick carpet, and it's not like athletic field carpet that you have on your deck. So that's kind of one of those funny little culture things that you just don't think about. And then what's also really, really common here is mirror sliding glass doors for the closets. And that's also really, really nice. I just miss having a mirror in my room. I guess normal people probably have like a standing mirror, but the problem for me being tall is that my head always gets cut off on all of them. So, and I guess I could hang it higher, it doesn't matter. But that's a small silly thing, but it's, having two sliding glass doors for the closets, big old closets, and then having those as a mirror in the bedroom when you're getting ready and just whatever you're doing, is really, really nice. So let's see. I think those have been the big ones. The big ones so far. Is there anything else? I think that's it so far. But yeah, it's amazing. I mean, just the level of kind of social animation and conversation and everything else. It's a little loud and in my face for sure. And like hearing every single conversation, and everybody's speaking quite quickly as well, which I'm getting up to speed again, but I can still kind of feel a little bit where I'm like, oh crap, all right, thinking English words, where are they? Everything, come on, let's go, boom, 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 boom. So far so good, a lot of fun, everything's set up. I've got another day here down in Phoenix, and then it's up to Prescott, where I'm from for some family time. I'll try and record another video up there with kind of ongoing realizations and things like that. I think I might even sit down the family and then ask them to chime in on things that they've noticed about me and the shifts, and then we're up to Colorado. So I'm gonna see if I can stick with these. So thank you for tuning in, and if you want me to cover something specifically, ask it in a comment, and I can make no promises, but I will try and field your questions and give you the most honest answer I can come up with. That or utter bullshit, depending on the question. But I promise something. So anyway, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for a like, subscribe. As always, please share. And love your questions, so keep them coming. Cheers.